Hi YouTube, it's Yasmina, and I'm going to tell you the steps to teaching abroad in Korea. I know right now jobs for teachers in the US are a little bit hard to come by, um, but there's still opportunities and great pay and great benefits if you're willing to travel abroad and have a little adventure. I will tell you that from the time that I started interviewing until the time I was working in Korea, it took 1 month and 1 week. But now the requirements have changed. They don't allow state level background checks any longer. You must have a federal background check completed, and that takes up to 3 months to obtain. If you want to come to Korea ASAP, then stop this video and go right now and get your federal background check done. Get that out of the way. And you can do that by going to your local police department and telling them that you need to get a federal background check for overseas employment and getting direction from them. Okay? Make sure that you go that way. Don't go to a third party or try to do your background check on the internet because it won't be acceptable. Okay? That is your first step. Do your background check. Step number 2. Start doing your research on the different parts of Korea as soon as your background check is being processed, because you want to make sure that you're thinking about places that suit your personality and your lifestyle. Do you want to live in a rural area and places where you can see beautiful rice fields and be around maybe the ocean, or do you want to be in a big city, a small city? You can read blogs and information about typical experiences that other teachers are having now. So that's step 2, do your research. Step 3, employers have their requirements that they want a teacher to fill. You need to have your own requirements as well. So make sure that you make a list of requirements that you need to have met so that you have a realistic guideline to go by to make sure that you are signing up for something that fits your needs. It's important that you are honest with yourself so that this year is a special year and it's not something that you regret later because you made sacrifices when you knew it wasn't really something that was a good fit for you. So I think the best thing to do is write it down, and then when you're going over contracts or making decisions, then you can use that as a checklist. When I started applying for, or when I was considering employment, I had things that I definitely thought of as requirements, such as I wanted a minimum of 2 weeks vacation. I wanted my dog to be able to join me, and I had a minimum salary requirement. Those things were very important to me, among a few other things, and I did have to go ahead and sacrifice my puppy. My puppy is living happily in California. He wasn't able to join me here. This is actually the only school that wouldn't allow me to bring my dog, but it definitely surpassed my expectations in many other ways. So I will get to see little Zeke in approximately 8 more months, and like I said, he's happy in California. So I'm over here building a better life for me and my dog. What requirements do you have? Does your dog have to come? Do you need a microwave? Do you want the school to be close to your apartment? Do you want to have free school lunches? What is the most you're willing to spend on taxis if the school doesn't provide transportation? And do you want to live near a large expat community? Some people don't want to live near many foreigners because they want to be completely submerged in the culture. So one of the most important things for you to think about in terms of requirements is who you want to teach. Do you want to teach children, adults, high school students? That will probably affect some of the areas where you can gain employment, but it's good for you to really make sure that you are teaching someone who you know how to teach effectively. So think about that. And number 4, make sure your resume is ready to go and try to make sure it highlights teaching experience or work that you've done with children. If you don't have any experience teaching, then why not find a volunteer opportunity in the US or Canada or wherever you live, because chances are they're pretty easy to come by. In the States, we have the America Reads program where we encourage young people to read. We read with them, we help to build their reading skills, and you can find those opportunities through college campuses. You can also volunteer at an orphanage in Mexico if you live in California or a neighboring state, because it's literally as easy as going in Google, typing in orphanage in Mexico, and calling them, because I've done that before, and you get a chance to spend time seeing inside someone else's world, which is really special because you're going to have to do that when you come to Korea as well. So you can have the opportunity to work with children in that manner. You can join Big Brothers Big Sisters. You can observe a class at a local school. If you want to get the best experience possible, you really should be pursuing your TEFL or CELTA certificate, because you get hands-on experience. And Craigslist, if you search for tutoring opportunities, then that's another good way to get experience, okay? If you do seek out opportunities like these and you find out that you hate teaching, then you saved yourself a miserable year, because contracts in Korea are a year long. It's required by the government. You can't have a 6-month or a 4-month contract. You should know that teaching is something that you find rewarding before you embark on this journey. So those are the 4 first steps to seeking employment in Korea, and let's just review them really quickly. Number 1, of course, is background check. Get your background check out of the way because it's going to take the longest, okay? Number 2, do your research. Figure out what parts of Korea best fit you. And number 3, make a list of your requirements, what you need to be a happy and fulfilled teacher. And number 4, make sure that your resume is ready to go and highlights teaching experience. For the last few steps, go ahead and click on part 2 when you're ready. These steps can easily be done in one day. We're going to give you some tips and tricks and some more advice on life in this beautiful country, the good, the bad, the ugly. Just be sure to subscribe and stay tuned, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.